Okay, got this piece in and screwed into place. Now, this other one here, the panel was halfway rotten on this one side, so I went ahead and cut it, and I put in a wooden, since there's no stud there where I cut it, I put a wooden stud here, put a piece behind it, so there will be backing, and it's 1x2. So, and I used the screws, screwed it in to the 1x2 and glue, and I got this structural adhesive, and I'll go see. I'm going to eventually go back if I get this camper and put block foam in this whole thing. So, okay, and so what I'm going to do is just, I've got another piece cut here. I'll put it in place. I'm going to have to take this new piece and cut it back just a little bit. So I can take it back and cut it back just a little bit. I've already got this other piece in, so I'll take this and cut it back in the morning just a little bit. And so when I do, I'll cut it back 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, and I put it in here. And I've also got, this piece up here, the paneling is rotten just at the top, and I want to say maybe most of this piece of paneling. Okay, I want you to see what I've done. I've sanded this on the edge, and I have what they call feathered it. I feathered it down, so it's scarfed and feathered. So, and since it's been scarfed and feathered, I'll put it up on here, staple it in place, and maybe put just a little bit of filler in there and scarf it down and sand it down just enough, and I paint it. You're not going to really be able to tell it very much that it's been scarfed in there. So I'm going to try that and play with it and see how that works and scarf that in there. So I learned about that with boat building. You see the layers of the plywood. You see the layers of the plywood, and the more you sand it, the more you see the layers of the plywood coming through, scarfing it down, and then you can just add it in and sand it down even more, scarf it down even more. So in the morning, I'll add this last piece in here, and then a scarf piece, I'll sand it down a little bit, use my construction adhesive, and put this piece of paneling in. I tried to put as few pieces of this, and I'll clean up all this plywood in this camper and sand it all lightly and get rid of all the roughness to it. So, and I'll be able to put my shower back in, and I'll put something in there for the floor. I'm going to eventually have to redo the floor. Of course, we got some aluminum studs in the floor. We don't have to replace the whole floor. With an aluminum frame camper, you can always sister in wood studs. That's what I call sistering, a piece of wood, where it's sistered in next to the wood, the aluminum frame. See? You got it sistered in, and you add another stud where there is no stud, screw it in there, and then you can do your thing. So, see you on the next one.